4.5.
Oh, okay.
But you can throw.
When was the last time you threw at 4.5? Probably never.
Never in my life. Rich was like, that's an important one. I mean, when I first got here, I was, you know, well, definitely ranked like in the low hundreds of the world. Training with Britt was a little bit, wouldn't say intimidating. We were just like getting to know each other, but it was like we both definitely were pretty excited. Yeah. Like she was excited to have a training partner, and then for me, I was like excited to just be part of like that group, right? So it was. But I mean, now it's just fun. Like all of us are like pretty good. So.
Yeah.
Start with that heel up at the beginning, but when you get to 90, I want it low. Oh, good. Lower. Yep. Very good. It's going to stop you over rotating.
My 4K today was 18:45, which is 5 centimeters off Olympic standard.
Okay.
It's a pretty good training day. I think for some of the US meets you have to be there like beforehand or have a negative COVID test to prove that you're, because I know in Miramar like they're going to do an antigen test right before the competition, and if you test positive you obviously get kicked out, like you don't get to compete. But a lot of the places that we're going you have to just get tested when you're there, and then you're still allowed to train, you're still allowed to lift, everything like that, as long as your test comes back negative, you're good to go. So once things got canceled, Rich messaged me, and Ontario was worse than out east, so we decided that I was just gonna stick it out there. Thankfully, my dad is pretty much, like you said, like the biggest MacGyver out there. He set up, it was still snowing and everything, so we turned his garage, we moved everything out of the garage, turned it into an indoor throw circle with a big, we used fishnet and everything like that to like hoist it up and hoist it down every day. And then thankfully when the weather got nicer, he built me like an outdoor circle and put it in the backyard. Everything was a bit rough around the edges, but it honestly worked out for the best. Like I had access to whatever I needed. There was no luxury to it anymore. Like when I came back and training in the outdoor weight room, like that was still nicer than when I was stuck at home. So everything progressively got better and better over like the next, it was like the course of the year. So thankfully like now we're back in and we have the track and things are getting way better. I mean, my career at Windsor was probably what I needed at the time, even though we went through, Eli was there, we went through like a lot of coaching changes. So I had 3 coaches in 3 years. So just going through that was a bit of a challenge, like navigating that my first 3 years of university. In my 4th year, I actually started working with Rich. So the transition kind of happened 3rd to 4th year, where I noticed such a big training volume really shot up. But team-wise, I mean, we were really lucky. Like Windsor, everybody, we were one big happy team family. I mean, that's what they're known for. But everyone got treated as an individual, which was good still. do miss the team aspect of it, but thankfully, like coming here, there is still sort of that team aspect in the hub, and then especially like in our group. I ended up choosing to stay in Canada because when I went to visit Windsor, it felt like a good fit. It felt like what I needed at the time. I was a pretty small fish still in a big pond at Windsor. I mean, I came in throwing pretty well, but I feel like the States would have probably chewed me up and spit me out my first couple of years. So my biggest advice would be finding that fit. Like, you don't have to go to an NCAA school just because it has all the bells and whistles. I mean, anything can happen anywhere. As long as you work hard and put the work in, and you can come out of the Canadian system with a lot more confidence than potentially what can happen to you at the NCAA level.